Parallel was just incredible. Some really creative storytelling here. I love pieces that don't have a lot of dialogue in them because they have to get so much more creative with other elements to tell their story. So the visuals, cinematography, music, and they did that here, executed really well too. My favorite part was the music. I just thought it was so strong throughout the entire piece. I love that opening scene, how they layered the diegetic music on top of the score. It was just such a nice contrast, a really great way to establish the disconnect between the character and that really seemingly beautiful environment that he's in. And the music continued to be strong throughout the entire piece. It was just fantastic. I loved it.
This has the best opening quote. I love the twist. This is just so cleverly shot. I didn't see this ending at all. It was just very well told. You get into the character, and I loved how they show this type of chemical reactions in between shots when transferring from one parallel universe to the other one. It's just perfectly shot. I really, really enjoyed it.
Parallel, I really liked this. I thought it was interesting because when he does go over or go through whatever to the other parallel universe, for a while, like the portal, whatever it is that allowed him to go through, was still there and still open, and he clearly heard that, like, he had obviously just done something, some kind of illegal something, but being confronted with, like, himself in a completely different situation would obviously be jarring. Everything that he went through, like jumping through to this other place where it like looks like the exact same alley, but it's a completely different context. There's like no graffiti, there's like no trash on the ground or anything like that. And then to like have the fight and everything with this other version of himself, and then having the portal or whatever be closed, I thought was so interesting because now he has to figure out how to pay for this other person's crimes, essentially. I thought it was really interesting. I thought it was a fun like parallel universe that didn't have a lot of the classic tropes, which I thought was refreshing.
I really like Parallel. I really like the concept. I really like the acting. That acting, oh my goodness, that man carried, and also the lighting and cinematography, specifically like the choices of colors that you use at certain times and stuff like that. Just the overall lighting was really good. But yeah, I really like the concept and the writing. You showed a lot with very little dialogue. With I think there was no dialogue, but you still communicated a lot of character and emotion and world building. Also, shout out to that homeless sign. Saving up to buy a Ferrari is hilarious, and that's an S tier homeless man sign. So that was really creative. Overall, really well done.
Watching Parallel, it was immediately clear to me that something was off about this setting or this scenario, and I think that inkling was due to the sound design in particular. I was consistently surprised by the film. I did not expect us to be taken to this parallel reality or dimension, nor did I expect him to ultimately be caught for the robbery. I thought his fortune might be better in this other place, which I think brings us to the heart of the film, which is exploring how someone may be driven to extreme acts due to desperation and being put down by society, and seeing others around them having so much and be willing to share so little. And yet at the same time, the film shows us that someone who has, let's say, enough, depending on what we feel that is, might be willing to do something extreme out of pure greed. I think that in addition, the effects were very well executed visually. I was intrigued by the sort of amoeba-like structure, and I think that our transition from one reality to another was quite seamless and well done.
This had a kind of a nice quirky tone to it. I thought it was going to be something other than it was. It was a lot of hard-won sort of conflicts and obstacles It just didn't feel very natural. It just really didn't work for me. Cheers.
This is an exciting sci-fi short. A homeless man stumbles upon a glowing object and goes through very strange experiences and meets his clean-cut self, carrying a ton of money and a gun, hence the title Parallel. Lots of ominous synth music throughout the action and excellent CGI effects. I really liked the performance of the lead. I kind of felt sorry for him and wondered how he got there. Would love to see this in a feature as his adventures play out. Well done.